Yo, what's going on, gang? Today I wanted to cover graphics. This is going to be PC predominantly, maybe console in a couple settings. If I get to those, obviously I'll point them out, but predominantly this is going to be on PC. Full screen borderless is what I recommend. I kept my gamma display at 2.2. NVIDIA low reflex, like low latency reflex, whatever. I have it set to on, not on plus boost. I've explained this in like older videos. But every time a new season comes out, usually there are like big FPS hits. There's all kinds of little problems, so I like to cover these graphic settings. With this one in particular, this is massive. So if you have a 3080, not a 3080 Ti, a 3080 and or lower, you're gonna put this to on plus boost. If you're at a 30 Ti or higher, so that'd be 3080 Ti, 4070, 4080, 4090. Any of those cards, I would put it to on, not on plus boost. But anything lower, maybe we can drop down to like a 3070 Ti, put it to on plus boost. 3080 is probably safe. Basically, what this means is if you have a very juiced GPU, okay? Like if your GPU is like very, very top tier, you don't want to put on plus boost because the card will naturally overclock itself. Like bigger cards will naturally overclock themselves. Problem with that is they're so large, they heat up very, very quick. They overheat very fast. When you put it to on plus boost, you make your card perform too high, like too hot of a speed. When it's a bigger card, to which then the problem you're facing is lower frames. So what I recommend is putting it to on, not on plus boost. Me personally, on my 3080 Ti, next to me in this rig, there's an actual switch on the card that says OC mode, and I keep it in OC mode. I keep it overclocked. It runs great in terms of temperatures, but if I put boost on, I actually get a negative hit with frames. So again, lower end GPU, on plus boost, higher end GPU, on, not on plus boost. Eco mode present, I don't know why it's on efficiency, because we're not trying to be efficient at all. That's super new. Definitely. Let's see, 75 to minimize energy, reduce. Oh, let's put it to custom. Yeah, we don't want that to hinder at all. We don't forget that, bro. We're not trying to like not use as much energy. We're trying to rip here, boys. We want the GPUs to go crazy. Let's turn that joint off, okay? Set it to custom. I guess that's how you're gonna turn it off. VSync, definitely turn VSync off. VSync in menus, you can put that to 100%. Custom frame limit, I just set mine to 250. My monitors are on 250, so I guess it really doesn't make that big of a difference in terms of like the actual menu display and stuff like that. Menu render resolution, it's on optimal. It doesn't really matter. We can put that to native. I mean, again, that really doesn't matter. Focus mode is going to be set to 90. Game pause rendering is off. Quality, so me personally, I play at 1440p. That is the only setting I have in this entire list that is genuinely geared for quality. Like everything else is geared 100% to frames. I don't care about like the aesthetic of Call of Duty. This isn't like a realistic shooter for me. This is supposed to be arcadey, fast-paced, fun. Let's fry. So 1440 on the other hand, compared to 1080, you notice targets way easier at 1440 than you do at 1080, especially on these lame Warzone maps they've been coming out with, like Urzikstan and Al Mazrah, all these like super just like bland color, boring maps. 1440 made the difference undoubtedly, so I definitely recommend running 1440 if you can handle it. Like if your computer, runs it. Fidelity FX CAS is what I have for my upscaling and sharpening. Ray tracing is definitely off. Everything else should be low. Texture resolution is set to normal. That is something I could put to low if I wanted, but I want a little bit of something, nothing crazy. Again, just enough to help me like see players more clearly. Everything else is going to be either low or off. I have bullet impacts on for when I showcase a class, but in a match, I usually will turn it off because people don't realize it has an effect. It might not be a big effect, it's low, but it's still an effect. Persistent effects off. Shader quality is on low. Some people talk about keeping shader quality high. Oh well, you can see someone's shadow when they're coming in. Call of Duty always shows a shadow. Even if it's on low, you'll still get a shadow, like running into a doorway or on a wall. You still get it. It's just not as like sharp. Like your shadow won't look as fine-tuned. On-demand texture stream is going to be off. Shadow quality is on low. Screen space, ambient occlusion, screen space reflection, static reflection quality, all of that's going to be set to off and low. Water quality, definitely off, bro. Look, I'm telling you, water eats up GPUs. It's ridiculous how much water will eat up a GPU because it's something that's always randomized. It's always moving, and there's so much reflection in it. High water quality can eat the frames up entirely, especially when you're playing maps like Rebirth. You got water all around you. Turn the quality off. View 120 is key. 120 FOV with an affected ADS. That'll give you the least amount of visual recoil possible. Setting your weapon field of view to wide will make the gun slightly smaller. With that being said, just a touch more when it comes to visual recoil. Just tunes it down just a touch more. Third person field of view is at 90. Vehicle view is going to be at wide as well, which makes the vehicle smaller. You can see a little bit more around the vehicle. Motion blur, weapon motion blur, those are going to be off. Film grains at 0. I know Modern Warfare 2019 0.01 gave you an FPS boost, which is crazy to think about, but in this game it does not. First person camera movement, all of these set to least. You do not want your camera moving and going crazy throughout the game. Last important settings, inverted flashbang on. For me personally, this saves your eyeballs. When a flash grenade goes off, instead of it being super bright, your screen goes black. It is a game changer when you play in a dark space. It's night, you're super tired, so flash you, you're like, oh, it's nothing like that. You can stay locked in, and in my personal opinion, you can see your targets faster when the black starts wearing off rather than the white. So inverted flashbang is a must. Gang, listen, if you're new to the channel, enjoy the content, man, let me know by hitting the sub, crush on the like, comment down below if you have any questions about your setups. I'm not like a super guru, but if I know, I'll let you know. If I don't, I'm gonna let you know too. All right, gang, catch you tomorrow for another heater. Hope y'all enjoyed. It's good.